Welcome to the Daily Word for the Feast of Presentation of Christ. Today's reading is from the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 2, verses 22 to 40. When the time came for their purification according to the law of Moses, they brought him up to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. As it is written in the law of the Lord, every firstborn male shall be designated as holy to the Lord. And they offered a sacrifice according to what is stated in the law of the Lord, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. Now there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon. This man was righteous and devout, looking forward to the consolation of Israel, and the Holy Spirit rested on him. It had been revealed to him by the Holy Spirit that he would not see death before he had seen the Lord's Messiah. Guided by the Spirit, Simeon came into the temple, and when the parents brought in the child Jesus to do for him what was customary under the law, Simeon took him in his arms and praised God, saying, "Master, now you are dismissing your servant in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared in the presence of all peoples, a light for revelation to the Gentiles, and for glory to your people Israel." And the child's father and mother were amazed at what was being said about him. Then Simeon blessed them and said to his mother Mary, "This child is destined for the falling and the rising of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be opposed, so that the inner thoughts of many will be revealed. And a sword will pierce your own soul too." There was also a prophet, Anna, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was of a great age, having lived with her husband for 7 years after her marriage, then as a widow to the age of 84. She never left the temple, but worshipped there with fasting and prayer night and day. At that moment she came and began to praise God and to speak about the child to all who were looking for the redemption of Jerusalem. When they had finished everything required by the law of the Lord, they returned to Galilee, to their own town of Nazareth. The child grew and became strong, filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was upon him. This is the word of the Lord.
The Feast of Presentation of Christ. Today is the Feast of Presentation of Christ in the Christian calendar. According to Jewish law, a woman is unclean for 7 days after giving birth to a male baby. On the 8th day, the baby must be circumcised, and at the 33 days required for the mother, stay away from the temple for the process of postpartum cleansing. This adds up to 40 days after the birth of Jesus, which is exactly February the 2nd. Because Mary, the mother of Jesus, has fulfilled the purification stipulated by the law of Moses, so she could take the child to the temple. Thus the Holy Family went to Jerusalem to present Jesus to the Lord. When it comes to the recording of birth of Jesus, the account of St. Luke is ingenious. While the Gospel, according to St. Matthew, focuses on male characters, Joseph, King Herod, the scholars, chief priests, the scribes. The author of the Gospel, according to St. Luke, uses women to weave together the entire account, from the Elizabeth's pregnancy, the Annunciation, the birth of Jesus, and to the first time Jesus went to the temple. All of these featured women. Compared with the society at that time, where men were superior to women, it can be seen that in the eyes of the author of Luke, women have a very important position. And it so happened that Jesus was met by a female prophet in the temple, and she saw the one who would redeem the world. The presentation of Christ reminds us to reflect on how much we look forward to the coming of Christ. When Joseph and Mary brought Jesus to the temple, they met two people. The first one was Simeon. Although his age was not mentioned in the scriptures, it was known between the lines that he should be old. The Holy Spirit had revealed to him that before he died, he would see the Messiah the Lord has prepared. Such a long wait may lead people to doubt, but at the moment he met Christ, he praised God and broke out in a song singing the very familiar hymn, Lun Dimittis. In addition, when we look forward to the coming of Christ, we also need to think about whether Christ will be presented in the way we desire or in accordance to God's will. The Christ whom the Jews have always longed for is a Messiah who will save the Jews. But Simeon knew that God's will was not like this. So in the Lun Dimittis, he stated that this Christ, which you have prepared in the presence of all peoples, a light for revelation to the Gentiles and for glory to your people Israel. Salvation is not only for the Jewish people, but also for all peoples, for the Gentiles, and even because of Christ, many people in Israel will fall. Christ has come to the world today. Are we really like Simeon and the prophetess Anna, looking forward to the coming of Christ? And when we look forward to the coming of Christ, what kind of Savior do we desire in Him? Let us have a time of reflection. Have you ever anticipated something to happen, or even prayed to the Lord about it, but you waited and waited, and nothing seems to have actualized? How did you feel? When the Lord helps us, does His way always meet our expectations? What did you think Mary felt when she heard, "This child is destined for the falling and the rising of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be opposed, and a sword will pierce your own soul too"? Let us pray. Heavenly Father, please grant me a heart of anticipation and always hope in the coming of Christ, your beloved Son. Grant me a humble heart to see your deeds in all things, and grant me a heart of service, so I can be the salt and light in the world, radiating the love of the Lord. In the name of Christ, we pray. Amen.